Well, hi there folks, just received this from Amazon. It's the Exprotrek 4K action camera, which has dual screens, wrist remote, 2 batteries, loads of accessories as you can see. I'm going to put in a battery, put it on charge, easy enough to open it. Oh, how does that come out? Fingernail job. Battery goes in, see the 3 little tags, you've got 3 little tags in there. Battery goes in that way, and I can see it's just micro USB charging. Plug it in, give it a charge up, and then we'll fire it up and take a look. Right, I'll be back in a bit once I've charged it. Don't go away. Right, I've charged the battery. Make sure you give it a good long charge. A little light does show, whoops, a little light does show here when it's charging. It should go out once it's fully charged. Make sure you fully charge it. Quick look at the camera. Quick look at the accessories. Operation's dead easy right from the box once you've charged it. Of course, you've got to find a suitable card. They do tell you what kind of card to use. I'm using, it will take up to 64 gigabytes. Needs to be class 10. I'm using Kodak U3 64 gig. If you don't use a good card, it won't record 4K. Card goes in that way. Be careful, you need a long nail. Don't want it to jump out. Right, so I found a card. I've been out and taken some test clips. I was very impressed with those. There are a variety of clips and some stills. Stills are great. Let's jump straight in and look at the clips, and then if we've got time we'll look at the accessories and the operation of the camera. Here we go. Some nice colour tests here, some beach huts along the seafront. This is 2.7K 30 frames a second with the EIS on, and let's see what the view looks like in the distance. Into the sun. Right, down by the seaside again. Probably a bit of wind noise, it's very windy. This is at 4K 30 frames a second, and there is gyro stabilisation. It works at 4K 30, but from what I can see, not at 4K 60. So 4K 30. This is a nice shot because it goes right out to the end of the pier, so you can see how good the definition is and how good the colour is. Right, still very windy, and this is 1080-60. So like I said, 1080-60. Who pulled the plug out? That's the question. Where's all the water gone? Right, well, there's a bit of mountain biking which gives you some light and shade, and it's 4K 30 frames a second, squeaky brakes with the EIS turned on. Thank you. Very windy, don't you think? Lots of wind noise. Very, very windy. Well, hopefully these give you an idea of the video quality and the stills quality. Let's take a look at the operation of the camera, which is dead easy. Very intuitive, easy menu. Here we go. Well, before looking at the operation, let's take a quick look at the accessories. Key points really. You've got the wrist remote, which is dead straightforward to use, no pairing, water resistant as opposed to waterproof. I mentioned you get 2 batteries, which is unusual. Waterproof case down to 40 meters, which comes with 2 backs. You change the backs by carefully pushing this out of the slot that way. And if you're not familiar with this, you've got an open back, so you don't need to put it in the waterproof case if you want, and lots of brackets and things and mounts so that you can put it onto a skateboard or helmet or whatever. Right, so the camera, first off, it's got a nice feel about it, I must say. It's nicely finished. Plastic case, screens front and back. On the top you've got a shutter release and the on-off button. It's a long press to turn on. On the side you've got M for mode and a down button. Now press these and you can scroll through modes, turn Wi-Fi on and off and so on. On the base here you've got the battery cover, a 1/4 inch tripod mount. Should mention on the front, apart from the front screen, you've got a 170° wide angle lens. On this end you've got the micro USB for charging. As you saw, you've got the card slot and you've got a HDMI out which would carry 4K, and of course you need the appropriate lead for that. First important thing, the M button, long press changes the display from the back screen to the front screen and vice versa. Obviously you don't get both screens on at the same time, it uses too much power, and the screen does auto shut down. Looking at this, the information you've got, I'm in video mode, not recording at the moment. That's the time I've got for recording on a 64 gig card. Get it in the shot here. At 2.7 30 frames a second. That changes settings, and if I'm in video mode it changes settings in video mode. That tells me battery state, that tells me I've got the card in, that tells me I've got mic on. Whoops, touch the screen, turn that on and off. That tells me that the auto shake EIS is on. That's the playback. That little light flashes when you're recording, like so. As you can see, it's recording, counting down. 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Blue light flashing. No lights on the front to tell you it's recording. Although if you've got the front screen on, you can see that flashing on the front and so on. Press again, it does a little squeak instead of a beep, so you know. Now if I want to change settings when I'm in video mode, touch settings, change resolution, 4K, EIS on and off. That is important to turn that on when you first get it. Scroll through that, return, scroll through metering, there's all kinds, there's far too much to try and cover here. So that's one menu there. Now touch that one, you've got a different menu, Wi-Fi on and off, LED indicator, auto power off, language, time, format. You can turn the date stamp off. Format, incidentally, when you're in settings, will delete all the files from the card, and if everything goes pear-shaped and you just want to use it, do factory reset. So that shows you how to access one lot of menus. If I touch video there, you've got another menu, video, slow motion, loop recording, time lapse, photo, auto, burst is burst photos, lots of photos when you click, like that. Timer, oh, timer's obvious, that's if you want to take selfies. So as you can sort of stroke up, you've got that menu. Plus if you hit settings when you're in those menus, you've got a lot more settings you can change. So scroll down, you've got that menu, on off, screen lock, mic on and off, Wi-Fi on and off. So my suggestion really, and I just can't go into absolutely everything there, far too much to say. My suggestion is have a play with the screen, you'll work it out. So that's pretty straightforward. So I hope that's covered everything there. Far too much for me to explain as far as the menus go. Just have a little play with it, you'll work it out. Okay, next let's take a quick look at the Wi-Fi app. Easy enough to install. It's just a question of scanning the QR code that's in the manual, either Android or iOS depending on what kind of phone you've got. Install, turn the Wi-Fi on the camera, which is press of the down button. Tells you there Wi-Fi action camera 0884, password is 1234567890. Only have to put that in once, And then obviously you know how to use your phone and connect things, I guess. Go into settings. So there it is, action cam, connect, connecting. I've already put the password in, so I know it's going to work. Fortunately, connected without internet. So let's go into the app, DV King, shoot, connecting, and amazingly enough, any second, here we are. We've got a video feed from the camera to the phone with very little lag. Look at that, very little lag. So it's a pretty fast processor. What can you do with it? Obviously stop start video. Didn't make a noise, but it's counting down there. Stop start. Change it to camera if you want. Change settings, 4K 30, blah blah, up and down. Different settings menu there. Pretty much change all the settings you can change on the camera. Come back out of that. Another settings menu, format, time format, back to desktop, no, okay. And of course you've got gallery, which means you can check out all the pictures or videos you've taken, and say if you've got a tablet and you're out doing some action sport somewhere, you could actually review it on your tablet, which would be great. So easy to use, seems reliable, connected for me first go. And to turn it off, the up button turns the Wi-Fi off. Press up to turn off Wi-Fi, okay. And as you can see, it's disconnected. So that's just about everything I can tell you in this short video. If in doubt, check the manual, which is very good. Anyway, that's about as much as I can say. All in all, I think it's a great little camera. Colour was great, video quality was really good, stills were very good, and I don't think you'd go far wrong with it, especially for the price. What more could you want? Anyway, that's it. That's as much as I can tell you. Hope you found this useful. If you have, please give it a like, and maybe even subscribe if you want to see some more of my camera reviews, all kinds of stuff on my channel. From wildlife to model planes to paragliding, paramotoring to sailing, you name it, it's on there. But that's it for now. Take care, and hopefully I'll catch you all again soon.